Okay, cool. So we will go ahead and get started right on time, guys. So your 2023 guide to Google Maps, discover how to get your excavation biz ranked on page 1. And this is part of our digital dominance method. I recognize some of you, and you've been following our webinars each month. I appreciate that. And so we've been going over the whole gambit for your excavation and septic company on how to maximize your lead flow and profitability using the web. Everything from complete, internet marketing, Google ads, Facebook ads, SEO. Now we're doing Google Maps and so on. So just continue to stick with us each month. Thank you, bigger staff. You can hear me? Awesome, cool. And we will continue to give you more great tips and tricks. And my promise to you guys is by the end of this full webinar, you'll have a complete understanding of proven best practices, how to rank page 1 in Google Maps. That's a bold promise, I know. So why am I doing this then? I believe in reciprocity. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And that is basically that by me doing this, you may not want to do business right now, but you may have a friend who could use our help, or in the future, who knows, you may want our help then. So by me kind of revealing the secrets, showing you the special sauce, so to speak, I know you're going to get value out of it. And somehow, some way, it'll come back around. So I'm not worried about it, all right? So I need your attention, please. Turn off your cell phones, focus, close your door to your office, your home, exit out of other browsers, remove distractions. If you guys are serious about, if you're an excavation or septic business owner and you're serious about getting better results with Google Maps, the next 60 minutes will change your life. And here's what we're going to cover today. The latest updates with Google Map listings. 5 biggest issues that could be preventing you from ranking on page 1 right now in the Google Maps. Our proven model for ranking in the 3-pack. And the best tools to systemize and automate the heavy lifting for you. So who am I? I mean, why should you listen to me? Well, I have 14 years experience in marketing outdoor contractor service-based businesses. In 2022, we shifted to only work with excavation and septic. And I'm a published author of Excavation and Septic Internet Marketing Profits, the ultimate guide to successfully marketing your excavation and septic services online for high quality calls, leads, and bigger profits. And we are active members of NUCA for what that's worth. And we've worked with hundreds of business owners since our start in 2008 and helped them to achieve massive results. And our mission is to triple the sales of 500 excavation and septic companies. So my question to you is, does Google Maps matter? It's been shown, studies show 44% of all clicks do go to the Google Maps section. And we can see that, of course, referrals are the best way to earn business, but they can be far and few between. But what's nice about the Maps section is, of course, you have the reviews there. You have the number of years in business, you have the hours of operation, you have a website link. So, I mean, for folks who just don't know you, what better way can they take a peek inside of your business? So why are Maps listings important? Right here, our client Daily, he got 9,087 views this past month in his Google My Business. He's got 128 reviews for buyer confidence. Over the past 6 months, his Google My Business has had 1,296 calls. And he's had 796 web form submissions. Now, If we take a look, Google has a free keyword planner tool. You might want to write that down if you're not familiar with it. And those little words that you see, lot clearing, brush clearing, trench digger, hydrovac, these are actual terms of how people are searching for your excavation and septic services. And Google logs that, and it's public information. You can create a free Google Ads account and use this tool and see exactly how people are searching for your business. These searchers are interested in excavation services. They have to go somewhere, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't be searching. So what if your business started showing up on page 1 of Google searches for your services? What impact would that have on your bottom line? So yes, Google Maps matters, without a doubt, because it drives calls and leads. And you can't rely on just pay-per-click alone or referrals. And so let's cover the biggest changes. First, Google Maps listing, it was reduced from 7 results to 3. Users must click that more link to see additional excavation and septic companies. Google is serving paid ads in the map results now. Google is also offering local service ads, and those are live in most major markets right now. And local service ads are not pay per click. Those are guaranteed leads in the map section and above it. To get involved with local service ads, the business owner must complete advanced verification process with Google. So search results, they used to look like that on the left, which some of you may recall. Now they look more like this. So we got the ads up top. They pretty much take up the whole page, and then the user scrolls down, and then we have the Google Maps 3-pack right below. Here's an example of local service ads, how those look. You can see local service ads, those actually now show above Google ads. So I'm going to just touch upon local service ads. These are not pay per click. It's actually you're buying leads. It's guaranteed exclusive leads. Now, it does not include at the moment specific categories for excavating contractors, but there is a backdoor way. And so I want to show you guys how you can use this, okay? You could siphon off targeted leads using their other categories. Right now, they have categories existing for tree services, landscapers, junk removal, sewage system service, which some of you do these services. And with these types of ads, people actually need to confirm that they're specifically interested in the service you offer. So that's a little bit different than something like a Home Advisor or Angie's List. So I'll give you some examples of how you could use these local service ads. Tree service category, for instance. That could be tree and stump removals, which many of you excavating contractors are doing. Brush clearing, land clearing. They have a landscapers category. Some of you are doing grading, retaining walls, sand and gravel roads. Okay, so those type of jobs would fit under that category. Sewage system services could include septic installs and drain fields. So this is what it looks like right now. Someone types in, let's say, landscaper San Antonio. You got those local service ads right up top. Then you have your regular Google text ads like this. Then you have Google Maps ads. And then you have the free Google Maps organic listings, which I'm going to show you more about how to rank in those. But now you guys can actually see the full layout of the different types of search. Which do you click on personally, you guys? If you could type in the Q&A, do you click on local service ads for your stuff? Do you click on Google text ads? Do you go to the Maps section and click there? I'd be very curious to know, where do you personally click? Type in the Q&A box. I would love to know. Maps. Karen goes to maps. Shannon says, I usually click on the map section too. Yeah, me, myself, I'm a maps guy because I like to see the reviews, especially for anything regarding residential home services. Leon says maps. Matt says the organic section. Interesting. So people search different ways. I'm surprised none of you said click on ads. But yeah, people search in different ways. If you are interested in the local services, from what I said, I'll give you the link real quick. It's adwords.google.com/local services/sign up. And that will take you straight to Google's verification process to sign up if you're interested in that. So let's get back to Google Maps in 2023. Google is really pushing their newest ways to collect leads from your Google My Business listing. So you can now turn on chat. You can turn on request a quote for your business. And these features are pretty cool. They can be automated. And what else is nice is they can have an SEO benefit to raise your rankings as Google is trying to push these features. It's kind of like their answer back to Facebook Messenger. So here's an example of a client of ours. They have the chat option open. Potential customers click on that. And then what's nice is you can automate responses that go out and replies. This way, if you're busy, you don't get right to it. There's no lag time. The person feels like there's a dialogue going and they can be helped. So that's what that looks like with chat. Now, Google says it has reduced fake Google Maps listings by 70% since 2015. And, you know, it was kind of all the rage in the early 2000s to have multiple maps listings using PO boxes, virtual mailboxes, and things like that. And it worked, right? That worked for many years. So let's talk about what could be hurting your rankings right now on Google Maps. And I think some of you might get some aha moments from this. So you do need an office in the city you're targeting to rank well on maps. A home address can work well for this, and it can be kept hidden. But if you want to stay incognito and like not show your address to anyone, the only downfall to that I know of is citation sites for SEO, which I'll talk about. They do require a public address. You might want to consider, did you try in the past to spam Google with fake locations? That can knock you down. Inconsistent name, address, and phone number profile among major business directories. I'm going to show you how to spot that, but that will knock you down. Did you spam your city or service in company name or categories? So an example would be like in your Google Maps listing, you have Bob's Excavating in Tampa, right? But in Tampa is not actually part of your business name. You're trying to get it in the keyword. That'll knock you down. Do you have enough reviews across the web and on major sites and social networks? Okay, reviews is a major indicator now. So let me give you our proven formula for getting ranked in the 3-pack. First things first is this image you see of all these little sites, Super Pages, Yellow Pages, Facebook, Kudzu, Yellowbot, Hot Frog, all those. These are called citation sites. Okay, these are business directories that have what's called domain authority that Google looks at to see if the information is consistent. Okay, that's what they're looking for because they want to serve the best results. They want to serve real businesses. They want to serve credible businesses. Reviews. Okay, I'm going to show you proof of this. We're seeing in many major markets that the number of reviews, the quality of reviews is playing an impact in ranking on Google Maps. On-page SEO. So how your actual web page, your website is set up in contrast to your Google Maps listing is going to affect your rankings. And yes, I am going to show you some basic tips and tricks of how to set up your web page to rank on the Google Maps. And there's going to be one more thing that I'm getting to as well. So stay tuned. So how to claim and optimize your excavation company's Google business profile listing in 2023. Let's do it. Make sure that you have a login for your Google My Business account. Okay, you need to be in control of that. If you have a marketing firm or someone doing it for you, get your own login and get ownership of that ASAP. Update your company name to read the actual company name. Like I referenced a moment ago, Bob's Excavating in Tampa, but his name is not Bob's Excavating in Tampa. He's trying to insert a keyword there to rank in Tampa. Don't add in any keywords there. Be consistent with your actual business registration or legal DBA. Google's smart enough to know that. Add your website address. This will create an important inbound link. Use a local number. 800 numbers won't do the trick. Use a local address. That would be no PO box or UPS store. And then list your hours of operation and services offered. And I'm going to show you guys a little more how to do that as well. And then upload photos. Photos are huge. As many as possible. Use personal photos, pictures of yourself, the owner, pictures of your staff, pictures of your office, your excavators, trucks, equipment, logo, coupons, your work, all that stuff. That's going to really leverage your Google Maps listing. Okay. So let me give you a pro tip. When you're uploading photos, I know a lot of you are using smartphones at the job sites. Okay. There's a little, everyone's smartphone has this. It's called location tags. Click that on. And as you upload your photos to your Google Maps listing, this is actually going to give Google geo coordinates of exactly where you did that job. So you want to rank in different cities, right? You want that Maps listing to pop up. Start uploading jobs that you do in those cities so you can prove to Google the geo coordinates of where you did that job. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's go over some more pro tips for excavation companies to claim and optimize your Google business profile listing. Set your primary category to excavating contractor. And you might want to write some of this stuff down. If you have a pen and a pad handy, this will come in handy. Okay, so go back and check. Is your main primary category excavating contractor? Choose subcategories for what you do. Some examples: demolition contractor. Yeah, a lot of you are doing that. Forestry service. A lot of you are doing mulching. A lot of you are doing stump removals, things like that. Brush clearing. Yep. Landscaper. Pick out things you may do there. If you're doing retaining walls, sand and gravel roads, and so on. And then match your website homepage title to your primary category. I see a lot of people, they have their web page title as home or homepage or just their company name. Okay. No one's searching for your brand, right? They're searching for the services they want and you're hoping to pop up. So you don't need to put your company name in the page title. Let me give you an example. So here's a client of ours. There's their main primary category, of course, excavating contractor. The page title, excavating contractors with target cities that they want to rank in. Okay? Little quick tip. Anyone can do that. So now, I would recommend that you make a note to yourself, go back into your Google My Business profile and recheck everything, because Google has been known to change these things at will. Okay? So make a note. That can be your homework. Go back in and look at your business information, add in all the towns and cities that you'll serve, and look at your services too. And add in all the services that you can think of in that section here. Okay? So I'll give you guys a little pro tip, okay? You heard me mention it before. Google's got the free keyword planner tool. Type in your types of service. Like you see, I typed in land clearing, and you'll see listings of all the different types of keyword ideas that people are actually typing in with search volume. Okay, they track all of this, so you don't need to guess. And then we have a question from Shannon. We serve several counties. Is it better to use counties or town names? You can do both. There's nothing stopping you from listing both. But in the example I showed you previously, we're listing exact town and city names. So hopefully that answers your question. And that seems to yield really good results. So what you do is you get these keywords that I'm showing you right here. Okay, you type them in, you figure it out, and then you go back to the previous slide I showed you where it says services. You're going to enter in all the ones that you do there. And this way, you know, you're not guessing. These are actual services that people type in. So there's hundreds of ways people search for excavation, demolition, and septic installs. All right. So this could take you some time. It'll take you some time, but it'll be worth it. Look and add the relevant ones to your Google My Business profile. So let me give you guys some Google My Business profile best practices. And that is to update your photos and add to them on a consistent basis. So it's not a one and done type thing. Leverage Google Posts by posting weekly. Okay. And you can even do this daily. All right. It can be automated and sent to all the major social profiles for a major boost. So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, this seems to have a compound effect. And then respond to reviews as the owner. One thing we see is that people will get reviews, right? The business will get the reviews, but then the business owner or manager never replies back to the review. You're adding more content to that. So I would definitely answer all of those. Shannon has a question. We have had a problem with Google removing service areas and not having us come up with the areas they decide to take off later. We have 2 locations. Should we make another Google account for other location to get all service areas noticed? No. You should keep it all under one account. If you continue to have trouble with it, let me read this again. Google removing service areas and not having us come up with the areas they decide to take off later. Your 2 locations, I'm assuming that you actually have an office in each location. Okay. And if that's the case, then Google should allow it, especially if you verified both with a postcard and a PIN. Okay. And then you manually put in the cities and towns for each location. And if that fails, Google My Business has a chat feature where you can actually speak with a live person through chat, explain the situation, and they will update it for you. And I've actually had to do that before for clients, and that's how we got it done. Okay. So that's worst case scenario, but it actually didn't take too long. Like it was being on hold with chat for 5 minutes, explaining the situation, and they fixed it. All right. So you can use that feature. A lot of people don't realize that Google actually has representatives you can chat with. Answer questions that get posted to your Google My Business. That's another thing, okay? People will post questions. You might want to check and see if you have questions there and answer them. That will help with the rankings. You're welcome, Shannon. All right, part number 2 of this. Build citations and consistency with NAP. And that simply is an acronym for name, address, phone number. So you want lots of citations across the web. These are different types of business directories and authority sites that are credible. Consistent reference of company name, address, and phone number. Limited, duplicate, or incorrect business information. Okay, so imagine that you have your Google My Business in the business listing in the middle, which is one of the most important. Okay, you need, and it's looking around the web at all these authority sites to see if it's correct information about your business. And so you want all that to be the same, if that makes sense. Pay attention to aggregators. Okay, these are the big 4. We have Factual, Axiom, Infogroup, Nuostar. You can get listed with them and get distribution to 300 plus online search sites. That's going to give you a major boost to your Google My Business listing. Just make sure all that information you plug in is correct. And the best tools to use for citations that we recommend would be Bright Local, White Spark, Advice Local, Moz Local, or Yext. Any of those, they work really well. So fix citation sites with misinformation. Great way to rank in Google. If you're not ranking, you definitely want to look into this. Here's someone we spoke with that had 100% inaccurate listings, 100%. And if you look down there, it's kind of small, but you can see, like, for instance, on Yahoo, they had the wrong address. On Facebook, they had no address. On Yelp, they had the wrong address. On MapQuest, you see what I mean? So this report shows all the inconsistencies, and then by going ahead and fixing them, that can fix your rankings. Just that one step. And this is just showing you more of these citation sites in the report. Now, we'll run a free citation consistency and accuracy check report if you're interested. There's no cost for that. You can text citation to 727-732-3244 or simply visit excavationmarketingpros.com/citation. You'll come to a page that looks like this. Basically, you just enter in your business basic information and it will run the report. Now, citations best practices, here's what you want to do. Manually claim and optimize the Google My Business profile. This should not be automated. Use a tool like Yext or the other citation services I mentioned for a direct API to 50 of the top citation listings. Get listed in the major data aggregators. And then leverage a tool like Bright Local, Citation Finder, Whitesparks, or LoganX to find niche listing opportunities. So these would be sites specifically catered towards excavating, septic, if that makes sense. So I'll give you some top citation sites for excavation that have SEO juice to help rank your website. These would be like networks.com, contractors.com, Fixer, BuildZoom, HomeBlue. Those are just a few. And you see something there. I don't want to get too technical, but it says D.A. for domain authority. So Networks has a 50 domain authority. And basically what this means is domain authority goes from 1 to 100. And some of these backlink sites will have a domain authority of like a 2 or a 3. That's not going to do anything to boost your rankings. But these sites that are rated high, like in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and so on, they will give you powerful backlink to your site. Some of them are free, some of them are paid, but it's a very nominal fee to get listed in these. And so if you want a full list of our best citation sites for excavation and septic, you could text citation to that number 727-732-3244 or visit excavationmarketingpros.com/citation and we'll send that along. Number 3, get lots of real reviews. And I show you this image so you see a trend because this is what you see in a lot of major markets. Plateau Excavation has 50 reviews that are ranked on top. J.E. Dunn Construction has 26. Now they've got a better quality of reviews, right? They're at a 4.5 versus Plateau, who has a 4.2. Okay, but they don't have as many reviews. And if you look at Zenon and Zenon, they've got 6 5-star reviews, but they've only got 6. So that's, you know, you can kind of see a trend there, right? So let's talk about your strategy for driving consistent reviews for your excavation or septic company. Leverage tools to request a review after every service call. Okay, you can automate that stuff. Leave a printed review card, a QR code with a link to your Google My Business review. That works really well. A lot of people know how to use QR codes that are very familiar with that. Train your team to plant the seed and deliver a world-class experience. So what I mean by that is when they're doing the job, are they keeping the job site clean? Are they leaving their lunch and stuff all over the lot? That type of stuff gets noticed. And so if possible, try and just clean that up and deliver a world-class experience. Make a call after the service to walk the customer through the review process. Okay? And then build reviews and recognition into your company culture. Everyone wants to work for a good company. They want to work for a company that has a great reputation, that gives back to the community. And one of the things I hear a lot, not to go too off tangent, is, I can't hire good help. There's no good help around here. Well, the question is, why would the good help want to work for you? What do you bring to the table? And so I'm not going to go too far in that direction, but I think you see my point that if you've got, 100 5-star reviews, people, the top talent in excavating and septic, they're going to want to work for you. They're going to want to work for a good company and good culture. They want to feel good about who they're doing the work for. Here's some top tools for review automation that I would recommend. Nearby Now Home Services, Review Buzz, Bird Eye, Customer Lobby. Those are all great tools. On-site optimization. Okay, so what things can you do on your website that are actually going to improve your Google My Business listings ranking? Have a strong website with good content and a good user experience. Leverage multimedia. So this would include videos. And why you want to do that is to improve the on-page time. Google will actually track that. And you can look in analytics and see how long people are staying on your site. Are they just going and clicking away? Google doesn't like that. So try to keep them on. One tip that works really well for excavation is people love drone footage. It's just amazing to look at. So drone footage is a thought. And for people that I've talked to, they say it's well worth the investment to get the drone footage, which is not a lot of money, by the way. I think, $300 to $500 and you can get some good drone footage. Pages for each of your services. So your website should have a page for each service. Your website should have city pages for the major cities you want to target, an individual page for them. Unique content on every page. So don't just create a page for the city, but then it's the same content as the other pages. Frequently asked questions that you get all the time make for great content to get you ranked. Keyword in title and heading 1 tag. So the page title, you want to have the keyword that you're going for, the city, and also have that in your heading tag. Hopefully that's not too technical, but I will give you an example. Name, address, phone number in the footer. There's a tip, right? You want to have that match what is in the data aggregators and the same that's in your Google My Business listing. And you actually want to add that using what's called Google Rich Snippets. If you haven't heard of that, don't get worried or scared. It's a little technical, but I'm going to explain it in plain English. A blog with ongoing updates and syndicated. And I'll show you how to syndicate it. Again, some of this stuff sounds really tough. I'm going to show you how you can easily do this. Focus on page speed. Okay, Google likes to show fast sites. So make sure the desktop and mobile site are fast. There's tools for this. I would keep the speed at least a B or an A, okay? Focused meta descriptions. This is the text that appears in the search. So you should have a keyword in there and then sell the click. So I want to give you guys an example so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, this is the actual text that you see in a Google search results page. Top rated land clearing company in Tampa. Avoid costly mistakes. Click for free guide. Fast quotes by text. That's what I mean by selling the click. So we have our main keyword. We're going for land clearing, right? That's our service. And we're going for a specific area. We're going for a city of Tampa. Now, how do we get people to click? Some people just do the keyword stuffing, right? But that doesn't make you want to click. Avoid costly mistakes. That's an emotional trigger, okay? Click for free guide. People love free stuff. You guys are on this webinar, right? Everyone loves free. Fast quotes by text. People are all impatient. They want it now. They don't want to wait. That's an idea. So yeah, keyword land clearing in Tampa, sell the click, free guide, fast quotes by text. Just to give you an idea, you have to fulfill the promise in the click so they don't leave your site. Like if you're saying free guide and then they click on the web page and you don't offer that, they're going to be like, okay, this is bogus. So we said top rated land clearing company in Tampa, avoid costly mistakes, click for free guide, fast quotes by text. So they come to the page. Yes, they can call or text anytime. We are fulfilling that end of the promise. Are they getting a free guide? Yes, we are fulfilling that part of the promise. So it's real. And then once they're on your site, there you go. You don't want them to leave. You want to have all the information they need to make an educated decision. So the end result for our proven formula for getting ranked in the 3-pack, it turns to look like this. We have the business citation sites, the data aggregators about our business, all saying the same thing. This is their phone number. This is their address. This is their website. This is their business name. It's all the same. We have a solid review system in place. We are getting constant reviews, hopefully good reviews, but we are getting those on a regular basis. We're building them. We are doing on-page SEO based on real search terms that get volume through using a tool like the Google AdWords Keyword Planner, okay? And then we are selling the click. We're not just going to stuff keywords in our meta description and hope for the best. We're actually going to do something to sell the click. Okay, so that's that piece. Off-page SEO. Let's talk about that. So these are things that are not on your website at all that are going to help improve your Google My Business ranking. First, claim it. I see a lot of unverified listings, and I'm thinking to myself, my gosh, like you are really just giving away your business on Google. Actually claim it and own it, and then optimize it like I showed you. Get lots of citations across the web. Build up your online reviews, leveraging best-in-class tools like Nearby Now, Bird Eye, Review Buzz, Customer Lobby, Podium's another one. Build authoritative links back to your website from the other sites, the other websites, like I showed you a few of those. And then have strategic content syndication. Okay, I'm going to cover a little bit what that means. So a simple blog post on your website, it's just not going to cut it anymore. A new excavation authority signal generation approach is what I want to talk to you about. So you can use cutting-edge content distribution platform for developing local excavation company authority signals. We call it EAT, is what we call it here, EAT, to achieve superior search visibility. So what is EAT? It satisfies Google's search algorithms' hunger to eat, which is, this is what they want. Okay, just to break it down, Google wants to show expertise. So that includes quality, structured and media-rich content, authority, published regularly on all major business directories and social networks. So if you're going to do a blog post, post it on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, all the major social networks, and then pass trust and page rank with link signals. And that would be being on those citation sites like networks and so on that have domain authority. And hopefully this isn't too complicated, but this is how we've broken down our search engine optimization periodic table. On the left, we have quality of content, research, keywords, freshness of content, different types of multimedia videos, answers to frequently asked questions, and then depth of content. We're not talking about like 250 words on a page, a lot more content. Okay, so then Google crawls, it goes through the whole gambit. And on the right, we have toxins. These would be things like schemes to rank, like cloaking, stuffing keywords on the page, which that worked really well back in early 2000s, right? It doesn't work anymore. Piracy, which would be just taking someone else's content and putting it up on your site. And then some emerging fields, like I know, well, I'd be curious to know, how many of you are using voice search now? You're talking into Google, saying what you want to search, or maybe you're asking Alexa or you're asking Siri. If you use voice search, go ahead and type in the Q&A. I'm very curious to see how many of you are actually, instead of typing stuff in on your phone or computer, are now just saying it. Leon Family says, I use it. I use it too. And I'll be honest, I never used it much, but in the past year, everything I do now is voice search. I just, my fingers can't hack it anymore, typing in. So I'm just voice searching everything. All right. So you can optimize for that kind of stuff. Shannon says, I used to, but I got a new phone 5 months ago and haven't set it up. Only did that on my phone, not computer. Oh, okay. So here are some of the most important page quality rating factors. So the purpose of the page, it needs to be congruent with what they're actually searching for. If they're searching for land clearing, is the page about land clearing? If they're searching about septic installation, is the page actually about septic installation? Keep it on point. Does your page show expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness? This is an important quality and characteristic. So examples of how you can show this, and I want to keep this thing moving, but how do you show expertise? Through long copy content, okay? Through video. How do you show authoritativeness? From links back to your site. How do you show trustworthiness? To show reviews on that individual page that they're looking. Those are some ideas. Main content quality and amount. 250 words is not enough anymore, okay? I would give a guide of be at least 600 to 700 words plus per page. Google rich snippets are now becoming a top recommended thing for SEO, and I'm going to share that with you now. And this is a local code that can be used for contractors. So special local SEO ranking factors. Google uses a different algorithm for local searches, which places importance on 3 important ranking categories and their supporting signals. First is proximity. Okay, so for your potential customer, when they're searching you, how close is the business for the person searching? Use zip codes and geo coordinates in your content. I'm going to show you how to use geo coordinates in just a second. The rest you really can't control. Relevance. How relevant is the search term for the business? So if you're looking to do more septic installations, is the page that you're driving them to actually relevant to that? Optimize content on page signals, use of business categories in content and section headings, niche citations, review velocity, those will play a role. And then prominence. What is the authority of the local business? I showed you the EAT acronym, brand mentions, link signals, number of reviews that your business has compared to your competitors. I showed you that. Using syndication to distribute your content will dramatically improve prominence of your business. And then if you can cite your business as an author, which you can actually do that on web pages, you can cite an author. And they're looking, 3 to 6 months. Has this content been out for 3 to 6 months? So Google rich snippets are now a must. And this might be a little technical for some, but it's actually a pretty easy concept to understand without getting technical. Basically, it's easy to find structured data that Googlebot looks for now about local businesses. Google looks for this code on your website. So this is not keyword stuffing or heading tags or any of that kind of stuff. This is actual code. And it makes decisions based on this code for how to rank you in local search. And you can add things to this code like your NICS code, okay? You can add your business license number to this code, your services, videos, your company logos, and other items to look more credible in the eyes of Google. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And it's considered a best practice by top SEOs in 2023. All right, so let's look at this code. All right, this is for a client, and you're like, oh man, I want to go. I swear this won't be too painful. Okay. Right up top here, we have the longitude and latitude. This is what I'm talking about, that Google wants to serve the right business, the best results for its customers, okay? And so having this longitude, latitude of where your business is shows Google that you are relevant, that you're relevant to that land clearing search, you're relevant to the septic installation, the lot clearing. You want to have this type of code on each of those pages, not just putting your address, okay? You want to have this. Next, we have in the actual code offers. Okay, these are your services. Now, where did we get these? Did we guess? No, we went to Google's keyword planner and we picked out our actual services based on search volume, and then we enter it in the code like this. Okay, so Googlebot sees it and it's not keyword stuffing, it's legit. It really is there. Images. This little code is for images. So you see in search results, our client is showing images of their logo. That's how you get that there. And this is all through Google Rich Snippets. That's a little sample of how this works, okay? And if you guys want to test your Google Rich Snippets for your current website, you can do that with this free tool, okay? Just go to https://search.google.com/test/rich-results. That's a free tool that Google provides to test your snippets. You may find something like this. See how it says no items detected? That's hurting search, okay? So little or no Google Rich Snippets, write that down, guys. That could be one reason why you're not ranking, is something that simple, just having that piece of code in there. So on page, we're going to do pages for each service. I'm giving you guys a little recap here so you have it as a reference. Page for each service, main cities. We're going to optimize our page titles, our heading 1 tags. We're going to optimize our URLs to have our service and city in there. We're going to optimize our images to actually reflect the same service and have alt tags. We're going to use unique content for all of our pages. The Google My Business, we're going to claim and optimize it. We're going to add it to Yext or some other citation management platform so all of our information is the same. We're going to add it to major data aggregators to get on an extra 300 sites. We're going to put a system in place for driving online reviews. We're going to add new citations on an ongoing basis. We're going to do ongoing content, push new blog posts, social posts to the major social networks to stay relevant and in people's mind. And then we're going to leverage signals. We're going to leverage our expertise, authority, and trust. We're going to do multiple do follow links back to our client site, back to your website, your Google My Business listing, your internal pages on the client site, multiple map embeds, fresh content on the site. So if you're not ranking on page 1 in Google, it could be one or more of the things I've shown you today. But at least now you guys know what to look for. Now, we do offer a free excavation accelerator session where we will do an analysis of online visibility, a custom keyword list of most important search terms based on the jobs you want, a ranking report showing where you rank currently, analysis of your online directory listings and consistency, analysis of your online reviews and reputation compared to your competitors, analysis of your social presence, analysis of your website conversion effectiveness. Once they get to the site, what are the chances of them converting? So we do offer that for free. You could go to schedule, you could text schedule to 727-732-3244 or visit excavationmarketingpros.com/schedule. Now, if you guys want more Google Maps resources, step-by-step instructions and links, I don't know if you guys got this guide, okay? But it should have been emailed to you when you registered. Sometimes it goes to spam. But this is a 35-page instructional blueprint of how to rank in Google Maps, okay? That's free. You want that? If you didn't get it, just text GMAPS to 727-732-3244 or visit excavationmarketingpros.com/GMAPS. So what are your takeaways, guys? I would love to hear back from you. What did you learn? What did you notice from how you're currently doing things to some things you could change? And just anything, what would you like to share? Please type in the Q&A. I would love to hear from you. I know I'm putting you all on the spot, but I'm just curious to know. Karen says, I have a lot of work to do. I know sometimes it can feel overwhelming, Karen, but, you know, leverage tools to do this and just instead of looking at the whole thing like, oh my gosh, I got to do all this, break it into smaller chunks, right? Then it becomes more manageable. Put it on a timeline, you know, of I'm going to do this week or this month. Next month, I'm going to do that. At least now you know what to do. Matt says, I mainly learned we have work to do. Isn't that true about business though, right? I mean, there's always something to do. We just try to keep getting better each day. Shan says, going to have our web gal change the website header name. Good. I'm going to go through and check everything you talked about. This was very helpful. My pleasure, Shannon. Leon Family says, learn that consistency in posting helps with rankings. Very true. Bigger Staff says business citations and major aggregates sound key. Snippets too. Absolutely. Yep. And Matt says we are implementing some of this already and hit a wall. This will get us over that wall. I'm happy to hear that. Awesome. Very cool. So if you guys need help, you can type "Let's talk" in the comments. We're happy to help. If you want help, just type "Let's talk." We do offer the free SEO review and visibility scan. This is an example of that. You could just text citation to 727-732-3244 or visit excavationmarketingpros.com/citation. You get a report like that. And then, of course, we have the free SEO review where you get everything there, complete analysis of your online visibility, keyword list of most important search terms, a ranking report, online directory listing and consistency, analysis of online reviews and reputation, analysis of social presence, analysis of website conversion effectiveness. We do offer those at no charge. And if you do want something like that, you can just text schedule to 727-732-3244 or visit excavationmarketingpros.com/schedule. Okay. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let's talk. You can text us. You could go to the hyperlink there on our website. We'd love to hear from you. Love to help you out. And that's pretty much it. I want to keep you guys on time. Hopefully you got tremendous value out of this, and I truly appreciate you taking your valuable time out of your day to do this and come to this webinar, and pat yourself on the back for doing so, because that's what gets results. Okay, so I will bring this workshop to a close, folks. And I want to thank you. Karen, you are most welcome. I appreciate your time. All righty. Take care, guys. Bye.